The Buddha said, in a distant past, in a prosperous land, there was a king named Maya's wonderful appearance. He ruled his country with benevolence and virtue, causing the land to be abundant, and the people to live in peace and happiness. King Maya's was devout in his faith, overflowing with compassion, always practicing generosity and goodness, and longing deeply to hear the true Dharma. The queen, Mayaorang, wonderful grace, was dignified and virtuous. The crown prince, Duanjing, upright and proper, though still young, was already filial, loyal, and kind-hearted, winning the deep love of the king. One day, the king gathered his ministers, and proclaimed, "I have long yearned to hear the true Dharma. All of you, please go forth and seek for me a sage who can teach it." The ministers replied, "Only when a Buddha appears in the world can the true Dharma be fully revealed and transmitted." Though he heard this, the king's resolve did not waver. He commanded that gold, silver, and jewels be piled high upon a great platform, and proclaimed throughout the realm, "Whoever can expound the sacred Dharma for me, shall be richly rewarded with treasures and honored with music and ceremony." Yet as time passed, no one came to answer the summons. The king grew sorrowful, day and night lamenting. At that time, the Lord of Heaven, Akradevnm Indra, in the heavenly realms, saw King Maya's earnest heart for seeking the Dharma, and, wishing to test his sincerity, manifested as a fearsome yaksha, a celestial being. He approached the royal palace, and said, "I have heard you are seeking the true Dharma. I can preach it for you." The king was overjoyed and earnestly invited him to teach. But the yaksha said, "Dharma is extremely precious and cannot be easily obtained. Moreover, I am hungry now. Only human blood and flesh can satisfy me enough to preach." The king ordered sumptuous offerings to be presented, but the yaksha refused. "Royal delicacies are not what I eat. Only the flesh and blood of your beloved son will suffice." Upon hearing this, the young prince Duanjing stepped forth, bowed deeply to his father, and said, "Father, please do not grieve. I am willing to offer my body to fulfill your sacred wish to seek the Dharma." Though the king's heart was pierced with grief, he praised his son, saying, "Excellent. You are truly a great being, who forsakes the body for the sake of the Dharma." Thus, the prince voluntarily approached the yaksha, offering his flesh and blood. Even as he witnessed this heartbreaking scene, the king, firm in his quest for the Dharma, remained unwavering, without fear or hesitation. The yaksha, having consumed the prince, then declared, "I am still not satisfied. I now demand the flesh of your queen." Upon hearing this, the queen Mayarang immediately stepped forward, bowed, and said, "For the sake of the true Dharma, I willingly offer myself." After consuming the queen, the yaksha yet demanded the king's own body. The king said, "This body is impermanent. I do not cling to it. Only let me first hear the sacred Dharma, then you may do with me as you will." Thus, the yaksha preached openly. From attachment, sorrow arises. From attachment, fear arises. Whoever is free from attachment knows neither sorrow nor fear. Upon hearing these verses, the king's mind opened like a lotus in bloom. He joyfully exclaimed, "I have understood the profound meaning of the Dharma. My life is now at your disposal." At that very moment, the Lord of Heaven revealed his true form, raising the prince with one hand, and the queen with the other, and praised, "Excellent. Because of your unshakable dedication to seek the Dharma, you shall surely attain Buddhahood, liberating countless sentient beings." He returned the queen and the prince to the king, and then disappeared amidst the gathering, radiating celestial light. The Buddha concluded, "At that time, King Mayaos was none other than myself. The crown prince Duanjing was Rahula. The queen Mayarang was Yasudhara.